Sean Diddy Combs is staring down a future that no one could have imagined just a few years ago. Once at the pinnacle of fame and power in the entertainment industry, the music mogul is now a convicted man, awaiting sentencing that could change the rest of his life. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit that button now. This is one story you don't want to miss. The countdown is on for October 3rd, the day Diddy will finally learn his fate in a courtroom where everything hangs in the balance. This all began to unravel in September 2024, when Diddy was arrested on charges that stunned both his fans and the wider public. Since then, he's remained behind bars, with no bond granted, spending every single day in federal custody. And that time? It's already being counted toward whatever sentence the judge hands down this fall. That means by the time he walks into court on October 3rd, he will have spent more than a year locked up. An eerie preview of what might be coming next. The courtroom has already spoken on some parts of his case. A jury found him guilty of transportation to engage in prostitution. That conviction alone could bring up to 20 years in prison. It's a staggering number, especially for someone who built an empire from music, fashion, and television. However, in a surprising twist, the jury acquitted him of the other charges, sex trafficking and racketeering. While those allegations shook the public when first reported, they didn't hold up under the scrutiny of the trial. Even so, the weight of the conviction that did stick is more than enough to potentially keep him locked up for a long time. Now, it's a battle between what the prosecutors want and what Diddy's legal team is fighting for. Prosecutors are recommending a sentence between 4 and 5 years, arguing that the seriousness of the offense justifies a longer stretch behind bars. On the other side, Diddy's attorneys are pushing hard for something drastically shorter, just about 2 years. Their argument is built around the time he's already served and other undisclosed mitigating factors that they believe should be taken into account. What's also shocking is how fast this case has developed. Diddy's legal team initially tried to speed things up by rushing to court early. But that plan was scrapped, and the request was later pulled back. That change in strategy raised questions. Why the sudden shift? Was it tactical? Was the defense not ready, or were there moves being made behind the scenes? Whatever the reason, the judge confirmed on July 8 that October 3rd is the date everything comes to a head. For those close to him and those who followed his career, watching this fall from grace has been surreal. Diddy has spent decades as a towering figure in the music world. With platinum records, global tours, fashion labels, and even a stake in popular spirits, his name was once synonymous with success and swagger. But now, all of that has faded into the background. Courtrooms, prison cells, and legal briefs have become his new reality, and perhaps what hits the hardest is the timing. The October 3rd court date is just 1 month before his 56th birthday. Instead of planning celebrations, he's preparing for what could be a multi-year sentence that would keep him behind bars well into his 60s or even later. It's a dark contrast to the lavish birthday parties he once threw, where celebrities and A-listers gathered to honor the man who once seemed untouchable. There's also a silence that speaks volumes. News reached out to Diddy's legal team for comment. No response. In a world where PR statements are usually ready within hours, that silence has only deepened public curiosity and concern. Are they regrouping? Are there negotiations underway? Or is this simply a case of letting the legal documents do the talking? NBC News has been at the forefront of coverage on the case and was the first to confirm that his time in federal custody will indeed count toward his final sentence. It's a technical detail that may become critical depending on what the judge decides. It could mean the difference between walking out in a couple of years, or spending much longer behind bars. As it stands, Diddy has no choice but to wait and prepare. The courtroom will be watching. The public will be watching. And the sentence he receives could echo far beyond his own life, impacting not just his legacy, but the many business and creative ventures still tied to his name. Some have already begun to distance themselves, while others remain quiet, unsure of how to respond to a case that has so many layers and implications. The truth is, this story is far from over. October 3rd might bring closure, but it could also open new chapters, appeals, further investigations, or unexpected outcomes. Until then, the world watches, and Diddy waits. One man, once larger than life, now defined by what happens in one courtroom on one very important day. Don't forget to subscribe for the full breakdown and every major update as this high-profile case reaches its critical turning point.